Hey everybody, Everett's live music, 12, 7, 23. They're moving through that COP thing. That'll be over on the 12th, I think. And I'm not really hurt out by much of that. I have plenty of messages before this that just pretty much state it's the way we live. I cannot help but exemplify that again, like it's the way we live life that brings on all these problems, and most of the time we think money's going to fix everything. I've said it before and time and again. So until we're willing to start looking at that, speaking openly with one another, stop trying to live life with a financial mindset, and a mindset that you're going to gain something over the next person or whatever you can in order to get your life maybe a little easier. Because for a lot of us, we are the half of the population on the planet that contributes half of what 1% of the rich people contribute to the problem of global warming. In retrospect to, I believe, emissions and CO2. The future will be very hard on us if we do not decide to act. It is a way of life we have come to live for so long, and we have never evolved out of it into a better way of living that is not beholden to the dollar. So I will say that again today, and then also mention, right, 1% of the people, I'll say it again, 1%, that's our rich people. The one we're speaking about, the population and the wealth of the population. So 1% contributes twice as much emissions and in the CO2 release. I believe most of it they contribute to flying in jets to the planet than the lower half of the population. So 4 billion people don't contribute it's half of what 1% of the 8 billion of us there is does. So I wanted to mention that again today, and if I have lots of ideas and thoughts, but I don't want to stretch this one out any further today. I had more to say at one point, now I have less, and then it's all right. But check it out, man. You got to talk in order to get things going, and I found out too that it's 100 years, I believe, at the end of the century is what they were projecting that 1.5 Celsius rise in the temperature, but it's also being said now it's going to be probably more than 2, even probably more like 3, if the bits and pieces of information I gather are there. I've been spending a lot of the message on trying to get you to listen to some of the music, some of the words. I mean, we need songs that fight for us, that want change. I think I've done a hell of a job. And then on top of that, just supporting the ideas of a different way of living, where more isn't so much better, and so much is out of balance on the planet. And it took us such a short time as a species to put things out of balance, and we're still doing it. The crisis that we're finding ourselves in will not only be just for the temperature of the planet. There's so many other things that go into play. I heard somebody the other day speaking of it, the way that the sun rays enter our atmosphere, right? The ultraviolet rays and the sun rays itself, and then it mixes with different particles on its way through the atmosphere. And then as it hits, and then it goes back out, right? in the form of what I believe was described as infrared. But it's energy to me, right? And I don't know all about those things, but it does make sense to me. At one point, everything was working the way it should. It took billions of years for this planet to form to what it is now. That's something that we all have to get a hold of and be like, that's the woke thing, maybe. To me, it's just being having a consciousness to it all. Like, you're aware, and yes, I see, oh yes, I understand. And you're not going to keep doing what we've been doing would be great at times, and then we try to realize that, yeah, the money really, wow. What else would we do? I don't know yet. I don't have all the answers. I do have some. I'd be happy to share and stuff, but we got to get to a page where we're actually sharing. And the idea first is to recognize really what it is and what drives us against one another so much and fuels so much of the problem. It is the way of life, and to not truly see when you're intelligent. Some of us are intelligent and are not rich, and some are, and some people are maybe, I don't like using the words so much because we're all kind of intelligent, right? So it's not that you're a better person than anyone. Sometimes you're it's a burden, because you're going to have to share, and you're going to have to take care of others, and you're going to have to show restraint and not take so much. I don't think we're going to be able to do this. I would challenge us as a people to see us for who we are, and then realize there's got to be some change on a lot of levels, man. It's not just money. It's weird. But the first thing is to see what's happening. Realize it, right, and then start trying to make some changes in the way we do everything. I don't think we have evolved as a people like we needed to. So I'm gonna end it there, and then, hope for something that hits back, and let's look for some change, man. I mean, we got to believe in ourselves. I keep saying it. That's where our hope will be. You know what I'm saying? Peace.